Hello viewers, a very good afternoon. Masquera say. So we continue taking a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, particularly the politics of Zimbabwe. And right here, there's a declaration which has been made by Ibbo Mandaza, where he said, if Nelson Chamisa fails to do certain things, he is bound to fail. So he says it means that Chamisa needs to introspect in the first instance before he throws another flag. The major question is, did Nelson Chamisa not think enough before he made a decision to leave Triple C? I thought that all this while, when President Nelson Chamisa was silent and planning, I thought he was making a decision and he was introspecting. So I do not know how much he needs to self-introspect. But Ibbo Mandaza says, more importantly, we must learn to understand that the opposition in Zimbabwe is bigger than one person and requires broad consultations and cooperation. Unless he does this, it's virtually the end of the road for him. He won't be the first nor the last in the history of opposition politics in general. This is what Ibbo Mandaza is saying. I've seen a lot of YouTubers who are always also saying the same, saying that Nelson Chamisa is not the first or the last opposition leader. But what I understand, Robert Mugabe was not the first or the last president of Zimbabwe. Before Robert Mugabe, this nation was Rhodesia. There were other leaders who were there. He came, he left, other leaders are there. So I know for sure that everything works for a season. When it was Robert Mugabe's season, he did what he did. And during that season, he was never silenced by anybody. But when his season ended, he eventually left the stage. The same will apply to everybody. I believe that this moment, this season we are in, this is Nelson Chamisa's season. No matter how much you hate him, no matter how much you are in denial, this is Nelson Chamisa's season. So what it means is they cannot force Nelson Chamisa to consult and to cooperate with their demands. These are people who are demanding something. These are people who are demanding to say, okay, let us do A, B, C, D. They want to front Nelson Chamisa. Then at the end, they have their own ambitions. So the major question is, can Nelson Chamisa dance according to their tune? I doubt. People like Nelson Chamisa are people who will not dance just like that. I don't believe that Nelson Chamisa is so desperate to become a president to an extent of dancing to the narratives and the tunes of ZANU-PF aligned people. This is a grouping of people, and we know them. They have been there fighting Nelson Chamisa left, right, and center. And what they need is Ibbo vaiswe positions because they believe kuti ndo vega vane capacity yekuvaka nyika yeZimbabwe. That is wrong. Personally, I believe there are a lot of people with capacity, with capability to lead Zimbabwe better with Nelson Chamisa than these other people, these other crooks who are saying he must consult, which means when they talk about consultations, they don't regard consultations with other people as consultations. Inongweta consultation kana ari yabvunzwa, and that is so wrong in my own opinion. Let us take a look on what other people had to say. The opposition in Zimbabwe is bigger than one person. No, the opposition is Chamisa. Same Chinyepaimi. People who follow Chamisa, not the party. So, you know, these are people who always want to take advantage. These are the people who election. We said so. We said it. Now look. And right now, they are trying to create that same script yekuti takambozvitaura. Why? Is because these are failed people who want to put themselves in whatever Zimbabweans will be doing. It's because these are people who survive through who can crook. These are people who survive nechikoronyera. And they want to be involved in everything. They want to be included muchikoronyera. They want to be included vaunze chikoronyera, so that they continue protecting their own interests. These are people with their own certain interests that are to protect. They can only protect these interests when they are inside or within. It will not work. So the major question is, chinombonyanyonyengererwa chaicho chii chingaita kuti munhu uzvimanikidzire kushanda nembavha? If I was President Nelson Chamisa, I would say, if God says I will not be president, that is it. That's it. I will not force things. I will work according to what God is actually planning for me, not what these people, consultations with who? With who? Consult who? Only citizens can be consulted. Variko vanoda consultations kunera uko. Leave Chamisa alone. Did you see all the listed events in Nelson Chamisa's statement? If you had advice or a solution, why did you not put it on? We need solution on criminals manning the state institutions, period. ZEC hold a list of office bearers of CCC. Does the list include Shavangu? Okay. And what does Ibbo need to do, more importantly? So you think Chamisa, by arriving at this decision, is not already introspected? And keep what you know to yourself, Mdala. And Mdala, Chembera Moshe. Okay. So these are people who believe Kuti, they are the only people who can change things in Zimbabwe. It's a shame. Doctor of what? So Team Zimbabwe, personally, I'm not against unity. I'm not against introspection. But I look Kuti, what is the source of this nonsense? When the source of the nonsense is coming from people like Vana Ibbo, personally, I doubt that. I doubt that Vana Ibbo have anything to do with the people. These are people who served the government. They never changed anything. They were part and parcel of this regime, which has failed Zimbabwe. Why should we trust them right now? So I believe that as young people, we need to focus on important matters. We need to focus on making sure that we take Nelson Chamisa to State House. That is what we need to focus on. And I believe Nelson Chamisa can make a decision, become an independent candidate, and still win the elections in Zimbabwe. It's possible. And he can do it. So to those who are saying other things, amen. But we will continue to watch and see what is going to happen next.